Well, I mean, I thought, the game boiled down to this back and forth for the first 18 minutes or whatever. And then, Hawk got us off to a great start to start the game, and we didn't capitalize. And then I thought our defensive pressure, really, kind of warmed down at the end of the first half. And then, Hawk was terrific. Made so many plays to start the second half. Not just drove it, made shots, made plays for others. They just busted the game open, and then that opened it up for Day inside. And it was, we were fortunate enough where they made some shots, and we kind of coasted from there. But Nigel Hawkins was terrific. I had one of the guys on my staff said that's the Hawkins that you saw growing up, and yeah, thanks. But when you work like he works, he deserves to have games like this. And you get to the point at the end of the year, your seniors need to take over your team, and it's nice that he gets rewarded for all of his efforts. And he played well the other night. He's played well for quite a long time. And, we put a couple things in to help him get shots. And because we really don't run a whole lot for specific players on our team. I never have. Because I think the ball finds guys that when it's happy. And it's good to find that Nigel played so well tonight. It's exciting for me.
Nigel, 9 of 12 from the field, 2 for 4 from the 3-point line.
Yeah.
5 assists and 3 rebounds.
Sheesh.
Talk about everything you were seeing on the court, man.
I appreciate Coach saying those nice things about me. But yeah, just trying to be aggressive, and been playing with the ball in my hands, so I've been able to get downhill and make plays for others, and then make plays for myself. But that was fun. I really appreciate how my teammates been embracing me. They've been wanting me to. It's kind of senior night's coming up, and it hasn't really hit me, but it is a couple of my last ones. So I appreciate everybody surrounding me like that and trying to lift me up.
You had a 91-87 win at Abilene, and then you come here. And then big time national stage. What was the atmosphere in the locker room before the game for you guys?
Before the game, a lot of guys were excited. We got to show on national TV like how we play and what we do down here in Nacogdoches. So that's the biggest thing. We just wanted to show what we're about, and I think we did it.
Amplified Nasty Knack.
Nasty Knack.
Gentlemen, up to you guys.
Coach, earlier today when you and I talked,
was that before your nap or after?
It was before my nap.
Okay.
You talked about, when we talked about being on national television, you talked about showing the country what this program's about and how we play basketball here at SFA. You guys forced 15 turnovers tonight, which is a little bit below your average, but I think the defensive effort, and I think you would agree, you forced a lot of tough shots and really forced them into some looks that I don't think they wanted to take. Do you think that, and Nigel, you can answer this too, is that what sparks you guys? Because offensively, you guys were really good tonight. Does that spark you guys, though, when you play that well on the defensive end and can get out and run and find some of those looks?
Yeah.
You didn't like my response.
For sure. I think when we can turn the team over and get them flustered like that, it's kind of like blood and water for some sharks, and we just smell it and just keep going, and the ball just finds us on offense, and then that's how those type of games happen.
Yeah, I thought the first half we forced a lot of turnovers, and we scored some points off of them. Not traditionally the way that with our steals and getting out and running. 32 points is not in a half the way we would like to score. Our team average is about 77 or whatever for the game, and close to where we'd like to be, but I thought we were aggressive in forcing turnovers. We gave, what arguably, one of the best, if not the best point guard, the best NBA prospect in our league, a challenge, today. And in the second half, we were obviously, Nigel, we talked about this, making shots. Then I think we took them out of their offense and made it a one-pass shot. Will you agree with that, Kyle? It just made it, hey, they're not going to run their patterns. They're not going to run their stuff. And they started really just kind of casting up some stuff that you're not going to turn people over like that. But which is fine. But we're going to get other people to shoot shots that maybe they're, and Washington had to have I wouldn't say career night, but he scored 9 in a row or whatever in one stretch when it got to 30. Or it could have been worse. And to our guys' credit, I mean, we took them out of what my biggest fear was in the game, and they played that way to start it, was throwing it in the post. And they throw it in the post probably more than anybody in our league, and we didn't allow them to throw it in the post, which is what we wanted to do, not let them run offense. So I was really proud of the way our guys played defense today.
I asked you about this before, the AJ run right at the end of the half. I mean, and it probably could have been 9 or 10. You guys had a chance with the ball that last possession, but just his play.
Should have been.
Because it started basically everything for you guys rolling into the second half.
It did, and that sparked momentum for us. I mean, and I think AJ and people that watch us on a daily basis, and you follow us, but you probably haven't watched us like everybody else does, and you do the best. I mean, obviously, hands down in our league. But AJ, the second half, and it's probably a little bit later, but he has played terrific for us for a junior college player, and it takes a semester or so to really come on. And he has, has won us some games, but just floor generalship, guarding the ball the way we need it to be guarded, getting guys shots and getting in the paint, and just makes it a challenge for us. And I hated he didn't make that layup, that offensive rebound layup, because he deserved it. Like, he earned it, and that's maturity on his part. And he won 90 games in junior college, and he's got a chance to win his 20th on Wednesday here, and he's just a winner. And he's got not the prettiest shot in college basketball, but has willed himself into becoming a good shooter. And so he obviously is really important to our team to have his hands full on Wednesday night against maybe the player of the year in the league, or for sure a first-team all-league player.
Talk about that. I mean, Nigel, you can chime in too. The emotional win over ACU. Then you had extra time to get ready for this game. Now you got a quick turnaround on Wednesday against the rival. Who knows when the Jacks will play them again, with them going to Conference USA. Like, that's a pretty wild. I mean, and you still got Utah Valley on the schedule too. Like, that's a pretty wild stretch for you as a senior. Down the stretch, and especially end at home with Sam Houston. Like, how excited are you? How are you enjoying this kind of final ride, I guess you could say?
It's been fun. I think the coaches did a good job of giving us some rest, and then also like watching film and stuff like that. But last couple of games, I just get out of my routine that I usually do, just to look around and take some mental Snapchats, because this is going to be the last few, and just try to give it my all and pour into my teammates, and make sure we finish this thing out strong. Looking at it, one day, one game at a time.
Kyle, was there any concern coming off that ACU loss to this game, knowing what's on Wednesday, and maybe a letdown? Was there any concern there, or is it just?
I'll be honest with you, Kyle. Like, for us, I think the dramatic loss 8 days ago was the biggest kicker. We've had like 3 just sucker punches this year. From Alcorn State to Northwestern State to UTA, and it's no discredit to any of those 3 programs. I mean, because they're all talented, but we just don't lose at home. Like, we lost more this year at home. Was it 3 this year now? And I mean, it just doesn't happen. We've got one of the top 10 winning percentage in college basketball at home. So, I mean, those are emotional losses. Like, we're used to winning on the road. Like, that's what we do. Like, so, I mean, like, winning on the road is fun for us, and we enjoy that. Like, the biggest deal was 8 days ago for us, and how do we regroup from that? But like, I think the players and the staff have done a good job with, all right, now we're down to a 6-game season. Like, all right, we've compartmentalized, like, to get to the NCAA tournament, and we're trying to win. Like, the other day was 8, that was 7. Now this is 6, trying to get some momentum going to Vegas, and to be the hottest team going into Vegas as we go into Vegas, and thinking that, hey, we're going to have to win 4, which is fine because there's a day off in between, and now everybody's got to play 3 in a row. And that's kind of what we've talked about. And who knows, we can end up in the top 4 if we win them all left. Whatever happens, because if we're going to do what we're supposed to do, we're going to finish in the top 4 in the league. Now, the point system, it is what it is, so who cares? We can't control that. But that was stuff that happened when we didn't have our full roster, and that's going to be what it is. But we're just trying to get to the NCAA tournament because that's all that matters here. You know, we hung a banner last year, but we didn't go to the NCAA tournament. So everybody around here was unbelievably disappointed in our program. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
So that's all anybody cares about is you're going to the NCAA tournament. We won the regular season. Everybody around here is pissed, right? I mean, so it didn't matter we won the regular season. They want to play in the NCAA tournament. They don't care how many regular season championships you win around here. Can you do it in March? Can you win the last game in the conference tournament? That's all anybody cares about around here. That's all we're trying to play for.
Think you could segue? Oh, go ahead.
Coach, talk about the energy in the Sawmill tonight. I thought the crowd, I thought it really sparked after the double technical call. I felt like the crowd really got a little bit emotional after that call. But how did you guys think the crowd energy was tonight? How did you guys feel on the floor?
The crowd's been awesome. I would say after the last 3-4 home games, it's just gotten better and better. And I know that really helps us because when we go to other places and they make runs and their crowd is into it, ours is right there with them. And it just gives us more energy. And it's exciting to see more people come out.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna, you know, Kyle, your alma mater on Saturday or Friday is gonna be juiced, right? You would think, huh?
I can't answer that.
But senior night, chance to
should
win the
be.
regular season probably should be sold out.
It should be, but it won't be. I'll be honest with you, it won't be, but it should.
But I mean, UTRGV was sold out when we were there. I mean, it was full, pretty full the other night at Abilene. Where were we? The same, you said, the largest crowd they'd ever had when we played there. I mean, so it was great to come in here. We had somewhat of a home court advantage today. Great student turnout. Appreciate all our marketing people doing what they did. We had a tailgate today, you know, which was driven by people outside SFA, and give them all the props for doing some stuff like that. But Wednesday, and you guys have said it, you know, could potentially be the last time we play our rivals for a long time. And I know that, you know, I love Jason, who's a really dear friend of mine. But our fans, you know, they don't feel the same way about the Cats that I do about Jason Hooten. So I would think there might be a little animosity from the crowd towards Jason Hooten. And for those 40 minutes, Jason and I will compete against each other and then hug it out after it's over with and talk after the game. I mean, that's just what friends do. But we need some anger and venom and whatever, because they you know, they can't win the last game. I hope they don't win the last game in here. And but our guys will be jacked up and be ready to play. I mean, that's, you know, I don't worry them. We'll take care of them rest. And you know, god dang, Kyle, they're 18 to 22. I mean, if they can't get excited to play this time of the year, then, you know, we're thinking too much. But 3 games in 5 days is hard on anybody's body right now. So we're going to be real careful with them. I've learned doing this 7 years now not to grind them out for 3 hours, where I probably would have earlier in my career. You know, hopefully be better.
Don't think you could cut a better promo than that. Welcome to March basketball. Thanks, Coach. Thank you, Nigel. We'll see you guys later.
Excellent. Go get some rest buckets.